You're an old smoothie, I'm an old softie.
Are you one of those closet singers? I mean, do you sing while you're driving, or do you belt it out in the shower? Well, if you are, there is a workshop you should know about. This workshop is designed to bring out the Elvis or the Aretha in you.
It's about singing and it's not about singing. It's very unique. It's about chutzpah, it's about getting over fear, and it's about getting self-confidence and having fun and feeling great about yourself. From mice to merman, from shower to stage, that's what it's like. Stretch your spine. Now, bring your hands down, but leave your back up straight. This is posture. This is what you have to do to sing. I don't want you walking around like this. It's bad body language.
The workshop is called The Singing Experience. It is the brainchild of Linda Amiel Burns. The idea came to her 20 years ago while she was going through a painful divorce. Looking for help, she tried several self-confidence workshops, which she says were not very helpful.
I had two little kids to bring up, and I kept saying, this isn't working, that's not working. They weren't loving, they weren't nurturing. And people were yelling at us, and I thought, I'm going to give people the chance to get up on stage, to be applauded, to be loved, to be nurtured, and see, let them know what it feels like. Because as a kid, I performed a lot, and I knew what that feeling was like. It's very powerful to be on stage. Don't throw in your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, but there are a lot of things that stop us in our mind, our little critic, whether it's our standards or our fear of failure, fear of success.
People who sign up for The Singing Experience come from all professions: computer programmers, accountants, journalists, housewives, and some are retired performers just dying to get back on stage. But they all have one thing in common. They all know the fear that standing in front of an audience can create. It can be a paralyzing terror.
And we have these little critics on our shoulder telling us, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this. Well, I take that off their shoulder and I go, yes, you can. You're good enough. You are enough. Just like from before. What was that, Richard? You were doing, this was the best you had done with it.
I know.
To get over their stage fright, Linda has class members put their fear into a make-believe bag.
I'm going to throw in my dry mouth. Not hitting the note break.
Choking, fear of choking.
The next most important thing after learning to cope with fear is picking the song.
Choosing of the song is essential, because sometimes they'll pick a song and I say to them, what does it mean to you? And they go, well, it's a pretty song, and I go, that's not enough, you know. And then they'll say, well, I just broke up with somebody and I'm very angry. Then they really start to explore what the song is about, and that's what I want them to get in touch with, that the feelings inside. You're backing away.
I know.
Don't back away.
Say the word and I will follow you.
After 4 workshops like this one comes graduation day, a performance in front of a real audience. This one took place at the Triad Cabaret on the Upper West Side.
Linda created a monster. Now I love being on stage.
During the day, Ivan Farkas works on computers, but in his fantasies, he is a cabaret performer. This is his 48th workshop. He started 6 years ago.
Nothing more beautiful in this world than the sight of a lone man facing single-handedly a half a ton of angry cockroaches.
Such a miracle workshop. I not only come back for myself, but I enjoy watching what Linda does to people. I watch them come in the first day. They're scared, they're insecure, they're unsure of themselves. And then 4 weeks later, you see them on stage, and often it happens as soon as the light hits them, they look and say, but I love it up here.
I saw it in backstage, and I just was kind of depressed and figured, well, that's a good thing to try, and it worked. It got me out of my depression, so that's neat.
Right before showtime, everybody gets a major case of stage fright.
Yes, I'm about to die.
I don't believe in fretting or grieving. Why mess around with strife?
Well, the
Once you're on stage and you get over the initial fright, you start to love it. I start to crave, and actually I missed the last 2 workshops, and it was like going to some kind of drug rehab. I had to be here again.
The workshop inspired Linda Meanett to create a new career for herself.
I went back to my roots, which were in Westchester, and called the local radio station there that covers the American pop standard, and I now have a show which I've had for 4 years.
I want to be rich, famous, and powerful. So all I have to do in life is sit around. Deep down, everybody wants to be a star. Who doesn't want to make $5 million being Madonna? You know, they all think, I'll take the workshop, I'll see what I can do, and maybe someone will discover me. And they discover themselves. That's what's so amazing. Because the best of times is now, is now, is now.
By the way, the singing experience is located on the Upper West Side of Manhattan.